Very much. It's been a very interesting and informative morning. And I want to tell you about an experience I had recently. I was on Twitter, and I happen to find a lot of value in Twitter. There's a lot of interesting links. It's great professional development. I've made some amazing contacts around the world. And I was looking at this photo that was posted by a teacher, and the teacher said, "This is a great lesson in diversity." And what it was is 2 eggs, one with a brown shell and one with a white shell. And the teacher had cracked the white shell and put it in a bowl. And the teacher had cracked the egg with the brown shell and put it in the bowl. And the bottom line is, no matter what's on the outside, we're all the same on the inside. And it was so well received on Twitter, it had been retweeted about 350 times, which means that people thought this was such a great idea, they were just going to send it out to their own networks. And I read it and my heart dropped. Because the bottom line is we aren't all the same. That is really not our goal, to teach our children that we are all the same. What we want to teach our children and what we want to recognize as adults is we are all different. And that's what makes life enriching. That if we are only looking for that same egg, then when we don't see somebody whose yolk looks exactly like ours, what do we think? There's something wrong with them, because it's not me, right? I'm right. I got the perfect yolk. It's got to be them. So that already sets up this me versus you being the other. Another thing to think about is, which egg do you think was used as the model for the right egg? You think the white egg or the brown egg? Let's get real. It was the white egg that was the one that was the way it was supposed to be. The other one was, oh my goodness, it's just like the white egg. So let's think about that. Well, the bottom line for us as educators, as people who work with children, as adults who work with each other in diverse environments, is that every single one of us has something of value to share. And it's our job to figure out what that is. And it's quite amazing when you go into an interaction with someone with that in mind, you will not believe what you learn. Whether it is the person who is emptying the trash can at the end of the day, whether it is the student that just got all the publicity for getting into every Ivy League college, whether it is your peer that just finished their brilliant doctoral dissertation defense, or whether it is someone who really hasn't had a great deal of education, like the amazing people that I've met in South Africa. So this whole issue of equity, of viewing people as individuals for their worth, when you have that as part of you as an educator, then you look toward doing things that give everybody the opportunity to thrive. You provide opportunities and you go the extra mile. You make sure that there's outreach that enables people to take advantage of these opportunities. You make sure that the teachers in our classrooms have the education to understand these issues, so that around the world they're not taking these 2 eggs and cracking them open and saying, we are all the same right under the skin. So that they really understand that the differences are our strengths. And that's what this panel is going to be looking at. We're going to be talking about ways to make sure every child has an opportunity from pre-K, from preschool, all the way up through the university level, to think deeply about how to engage the other and how to learn from every person that we interact with.